Fifth session of the Fifth Parliament of the Second Republic of Sierra Leone. Eighth report of the Committee on Appointments and the Public Service on Parliamentary Vetting of Presidential Nominations. Introduction. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the Committee on Appointments and Public Service, in tandem with its constitutional obligations, met on Tuesday, 7th February 2023 and interviewed presidential nominee for the position of Electoral Commissioner Northwest Region. Procedure. The committee maintained, as usual, strict consistency with its usual established procedure and interviewed the nominee on issues pertaining to his educational background to ensure that he has the relevant education and necessary backup experience to hold such important office of state. Several probing questions, including queries from the public, put to the nominees covered wide-ranging issues relating to his track records in pertinent work situations, declared assets, tax obligations, and his vision for a nationally productive tenure. Issues of unsuitability or otherwise were strictly looked into by the committee. Ninth sitting of the committee on Tuesday, 7th February 2023. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, based on the aforesaid, the committee interviewed the following nominee as listed below. Mr. Albert Samba Kanu.
Speaker, honorable members, I must say thanks to His Excellency the President for acknowledging the inclusion in this country. Normally, people usually say tribalism, sectionalism, or otherwise. But here is this man. He's coming from the dead north, a northern and by birth, by faith, and by everything. He's been included in this country. National cohesion. So I want to say thank you to His Excellency for bringing on board our brothers and sisters together so that we can forge ahead and make this country as long.
Is it the Ecsl leader?
For us,
The Ecsl leader?
because for us, the national cohesion the president is talking about in this country is at work. Mr. Speaker, we are convinced that when the president make nominations from the areas of people who are teachers, it means the president believes in the teaching family. And I just want to confirm that for the last 20 years, I've known Mr. Kanu. He has been a professional teacher and a professional staff in the NASIT family. Mr. Speaker, to be very honest with you, when somebody rose from inspector to a deputy chief manager, has demonstrated professional qualities in the working experience he or she is attached.
One of the commissioners for
And this is exactly
the Electoral Commission. Mr. Speaker, as you know, election is not far. Election is very close. June 24 will be the D-Day for our nation. And we have appointed a young man that is going to also deliver to the nation in terms of doing the best for all of us. Mr. Speaker, as you know, the job as Electoral Commissioner, it is a difficult job, Mr. Speaker. It is a job that I believe sometimes I tell myself, if I happen to be appointed in those positions that my brothers and sisters, are carrying, but Mr. Speaker, I would say no to it. Mr. Speaker, the reason is because sometimes some of us don't know. Some of us, Mr. Speaker, stress is one thing that we cannot manage. It is something, no, it is stressful. It's a stressful job. It is a job that I believe you have to do with all fairness, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, today we have a gentleman that is before us that will be approved to work for the Northwest as far as the commission is concerned. Mr. Speaker, one thing I would tell Mr. Samba, Mr. Kano, is that it is important to work with fairness. It is important to make sure you think about the nation that you belong to. You're not working for the nation, you're not working for anybody. And I believe the day that you'll be given the necessary duties to perform, you have your boss sitting close to you, which you are answerable to. And I believe you'll be given direct instruction and result to your boss. In the very
approve Mr. Kanu is to enable him to go to an institution that needs rehabilitation. Mr. Speaker, I said I am urging this House to approve Mr. Kanu to go to an institution that needs rehabilitation. Mr. Speaker, before the institution is called Ecsl, when it was called NEC, that is the institution that will collect results in this country instead of reading the result to one.
It's Mr. Kanu's day to be given a higher responsibility in a key institution, the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. Mr. Kanu is taking up the assignment at a critical point in time, and sometimes in life that's what happens. You get an assignment at a turning point, and I'm sure you'll get some baptism by fire. We wish you well in those endeavors as you move forward.
Not to waste the time of this House.
A few years ago,
as I said during the course of the interview, the acting leader also was in attendance. The only caveat we had is that we still believe in the provision of the Constitution. That is to say, the way that quote-unquote consultations have been carried out, we are not convinced with. So we want that to be on record. But as I said, all of us gave the nod and unanimously approved of the man who is supposed to.
When the Northwest Region was created, sometimes in the last parliament, we are constrained as a country because we have no commissioner for the Northwest, and we ran the 2018 elections without a commissioner. So the commissioner for the Northeast was taking care of the Northwest. Today, thankfully, His Excellency the President have decided to give us a commissioner for Northwest. Mr. Commissioner, you are wished well. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, for the first time I see the opposition speaking for an electoral commissioner with mixed feelings. When you listen for the MP, when you listen to the MP from Bombali, he was given threats to the electoral commission. The MP from Bombali, you are not here, Mr. Leader. He was threatening the electoral commissioner and by extension the electoral commission. And he was even trying to discredit the performance of this electoral commission. Thankfully, the honorable member from the western area deviated from this position of the MP from Bombali. And he is now very confident that this set of electoral commission will definitely perform for the good.
Honorable members, the question is that the eighth report of the fifth session of the Committee on Appointments and the Public Service be adopted by the House and that the recommendation contained therein be approved. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All against say nay. The ayes have it.